to another podcast episode. We are diving into super important topic today that many people overlook, especially if you've been feeling very tired all the time, if you've been dealing with these random cravings, or just simply stuck with fat loss no matter how healthy you're eating. Or maybe you've ever thought to yourself, I eat super clean, but I'm still gaining weight. I don't know why. I crash in the afternoon every single day. I don't know why. Or I cannot stop snacking at night. This episode is for you, and I'm super excited because we're talking about a topic that we haven't talked on this podcast yet. We are talking about glucose. And before you skip this episode thinking, oh, this is not relevant unless you're diabetic, let me tell you one thing. Your blood sugar affects literally everything. Your energy, your mood, your hunger, your cravings, fat loss, hormones, literally all of it. Okay, so let's get into it. First thing first, I want to cover what is glucose. Glucose is just sugar in your blood. Anytime you eat carbs like bread, fruit, cereal, or even oats or rice, your body breaks them down into glucose. That glucose goes into your bloodstream and gets used for energy. That is normal. That is absolutely normal. That's not bad. But when your glucose spikes too high, too fast, and too often, that's where things go sideways. So we're talking things like stubborn belly fat, energy crashes, brain fog, crazy cravings, hormonal chaos, and eventually insulin resistance, PCOS symptoms, and diabetes type 2. Now, here's what most people don't realize. You can be eating so healthy and whole foods all the time and still have crazy glucose spikes. It's not just about sugar or candies. You need to remember that. It's literally how the body reacts to what and how you eat. I have been wearing my glucose monitor for the last a while. I was monitoring my glucose, testing certain foods, different combinations to see what does it do to my body and my glucose. And let me tell you, I have learned so much about my body. And prior to wearing my glucose monitor, I thought that I was eating super good. Well, I was wrong. Let me tell you. Now I am doing so much better and I understand my body so much better. So that's why I wanted to do this episode for you so you can learn with me. So let me walk you through what happens when your blood sugar is all over the place. Let's imagine you wake up. Maybe you skip breakfast or have just a coffee. Maybe you grab a banana on the go or a granola bar on the go, and that hits a hit of sugar with basically nothing to slow it down is the worst thing you can do, because your glucose spikes, you feel okay for a bit, and then boom, you crash. All of a sudden, your body is starving, or you feel like you're very snacky, you're moody, you're tired. Maybe you're reaching for something sweet or carby again, which normally happens. It used to happen to me. Not because you are, addicted to food, but because your body is trying to get back to balance. When I used to eat my protein pancakes, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that they were my favorite, or even my oatmeal, I would be always hungry within like 60 minutes, and I would be always snacking or feeling like I'm just never satisfied. I have switched my breakfast to savory breakfast, and it has been a game changer. I'm literally full for 5 to 6 hours. I don't need to eat until like 2 p.m., whereas my breakfast is at 9 a.m. That's just how satisfied I feel without any cravings, energy crashes, feeling hunger, anything like that. It's just gone. So what I was just describing, what how the sugar hits your bloodstream and how you experience these cravings and the crashes, and then just like the snacking throughout the day after eating the piece of fruit or the granola bar, or just like a carby first thing in the morning. That's what we call glucose roller coaster, and it's very exhausting. You literally ride this all day and then wonder why you feel out of control with food, or why fat loss feels so impossible. That was me for the longest time. But now here is the real problem. It's not your discipline. It's that your body is just stuck in the cycle of highs and crashes. So I'm very happy that you're here with me today, so you're gonna learn how to balance these things. Here is the truth. You need to understand that when you keep your blood sugar stable, fat loss gets so much easier. Again, another reason why I was wearing the glucose monitor for several weeks, just because I wanted to understand my body better. And it's not about cutting out carbs. That's what most people goes wrong. They feel like they have to cut out carbs because it's spiking their glucose. Yes, but you just have to learn how to eat in order and how to pair certain meals together to balance your glucose. That's literally it. That's literally it. You don't need to cut out carbs. You can still have them in your diet. So here is what happens when you balance your glucose. Number one, fewer cravings. I'm telling you, this is from my own experience. Like, I am a snacker and I would snack all day long if I could. When your blood sugar stays stable, you're not constantly trying to fix the crash with food. You're just in control. And I'm telling you from my own experience. So that's number one thing. Number two, you're gonna have so much better energy because you're not falling apart at 3 p.m. You're actually able to focus, move your body, get through the day without needing caffeine or sugar. A lot of us, or a lot of you, always drive on caffeine. Like, you don't eat breakfast, you have coffee first thing in the morning, and then you don't eat, and then you eat something very little, and then at night you binge. Like, I see you, I hear you, I've been in your shoes, and I know that that's what you struggle with. Another also good benefit when you learn how to balance your glucose is that your body burns more fat. When you're spiking all the time, your insulin is constantly high, which means your body is in a storage mode. Stable glucose means lower insulin, which allows your body to actually use fat for energy. So if you've been stuck thinking, why can I lose this weight? Or why do I binge at night even when I've been good all day? It's probably not your plan, it's your glucose. And we're not talking about starving yourself all day long, okay? But even if you're eating throughout the day, healthy, whole foods, but still struggle with these things, it might not be your plan, but your glucose. Now, let's get a little practical here. Here are 6 hacks that help you balance your blood sugar without cutting carbs or tracking every single bite if you don't want to track, right? Hack number 1 is you want to eat your foods in order, the right order. This one simple and powerful hack will change everything. You want to start your meal with fiber, then you're going to move to protein and fats, and lastly, you're eating your carbs. So instead of starting your breakfast, you have eggs with slice of bread. Instead of starting your breakfast with slice of bread, first you want to maybe make yourself a little bit salad. You're gonna eat that first, and then you're gonna move to the eggs. You can have some avocado with that. And the last thing you're gonna eat from the plate will be your toast. Why? Because fiber and protein slows how fast glucose hits your blood. That means less of a spike, more steady energy, and fewer crashes or no crashes later. Hack number 2, don't eat carbs naked, okay? Don't eat plain carbs on their own. Always, always, always pair them with protein, fat, or fiber. So an example, instead of just eating apple, fruit is good, but instead of just eating, it's still sugar. Instead of eating just an apple, you want to pair that with some Greek yogurt and peanut butter. If instead of eating just plain toast, you're gonna have toast, eggs, and avocado. This will slow down digestion and keeps you full for longer. Please, if anything, try this and then thank me later. Hack number 3, and that's why I love my walking pad, move after you eat. Just 10 minutes, you don't have to do much. 10 minutes of movement after a meal can really help bring your glucose down, big time. Go for a walk. If you don't have a walking pad, go outside. Do some squats in the living room. Dance in the kitchen if you like. It doesn't have to be intense. You just have to move your body because your muscles helps clear glucose from your blood so it doesn't spike as hard. You sending signals to your muscles that, hey, there is movement, we need glucose. So that's why you need to move. Sometimes I just eat and then I go and clean the house for a little bit. Do laundry, move around, do a few steps, right? Vacuum, just do something. 10 minutes. Again, it doesn't need to be intense, but it's going to be a game changer. Hack number 4 is start the day with savory breakfast. Listen, I used to love my pancakes. I used to love my oats. I haven't had it for a very long time. That doesn't mean that you don't or cannot have things like fruits or oats at all, but I want you to always start with something that has protein, fats, and fiber first. So even if you want to have oats, have some fiber on the side. Just because you need to hit the body with fiber first so you don't get those crashes. Oats are not bad, but again, you need to pair them with the right foods. So if you like to switch things up, just have like eggs, avocado, veggies. My probably the most favorite breakfast right now is 3 eggs, a sunny side up with spinach. I put coconut oil on a pan, then I put some spinach, a lot of spinach, and then I crack 3 eggs, and then I just make them sunny side up. And then I fried or put some sweet potatoes in the air fryer, just cut on little slices, a little bit of olive oil and salt and some cinnamon. And then once I have those eggs done, I also sometimes add some avocado for healthy fats. And then on the side of the plate, once the potatoes are done, I have those potatoes and I drizzle them with almond butter. That's my breakfast. I first eat my spinach with eggs, and then I move, and I sometimes have like a little veggies on the side. Like this morning I had cherry tomatoes and some cucumbers. I eat that first, and then I move to those potatoes with almond butter. So eggs, avocado, veggies, the best. You can have also protein smoothies with some chia seeds, Greek yogurt with seeds, nut butter. You can make wraps, right? Things like that. But again, make sure always you have fiber and you eat it first. Hack number 5, and I do it. I never thought I would be able to, but I always do it now. I use vinegar before your biggest meal. So you want to take 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, the cheapest one, the original one, and mix it in a big glass of water before your biggest meal of the day. So for me, I do it in the mornings. I do it also in the afternoon. But around my big meals, which is my breakfast and lunch, you want to mix that 1 spoon of vinegar with water and drink it before the meal. So even if you have pizza night, yes, it's not the best meal, but if you drink the vinegar prior to eating that meal, this will really going to help to slow down the digestion and balance your glucose, because this pretty much blunts the glucose spike, and you don't even taste it if you literally use just like 1 spoon in a big glass. You don't even taste it. Make sure that you're using straw. I always use straw just because of your teeth, like you want to protect your teeth, right? So that's hack number 5. Hack number 6, prioritize sleep and manage your stress. Because if you're not sleeping, you're running on caffeine, Your overtraining, your stress hormone, your cortisol raises blood sugar too, even without food. And listen, when I was wearing my blood glucose monitor, I was shocked how stress affected my blood glucose or my glucose. I could be sitting in the office after hours after eating. So the glucose was stable. It was stable because I could see that, right? And the moment I got some stress, I got on a call or something, it literally shooted up out of nowhere. Or even at the gym, when I started working out, I started feeling like I was looking at my app and my glucose was spiking from the stress. So please prioritize your sleep and stress management. It's so important. Because if you're having cravings, sugar cravings all the time, maybe you're feeling inflamed or just you feel like emotionally drained, it might be from the stress and not from your meals. You need to eat enough, you need to sleep, you need to manage stress because your body needs safety and no stress. I know it's hard, trust me, but when we are intentional, like laying down, putting your feet up, doing box breathing a couple times a day, 5 minutes, meditation first thing in the morning, journaling, these things can make a huge difference. So now let's just make sure that we understand this topic. This is not just about losing weight, because keeping your blood sugar stable lowers risk of things like insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, hormonal imbalances, PCOS flare-ups, even Alzheimer's. Some researchers are calling it type 3 diabetes. And the best part is that you don't need to give up carbs. You don't need to do keto or intermittent fasting. You don't need to say no to chocolate. You just need to support your body with how you eat, not what you cut out. So if you're constantly feeling drained for no reason, finding sugar cravings, gaining weight around your belly, telling yourself you just need more willpower, it is not you, it's your blood sugar. I literally called my mom and I was trying to explain it to her because I know she also struggles. So pick 1 or 2 hacks I shared today, try them out for a week, watch how your energy, hunger, and mood changes, and text me because this is so good. I read the whole book. It calls Glucose Godness. That's where I'm learning these things from too. And I'm telling you that it has changed my life. So if you want to read it as well, it calls Glucose Godness. I can remember the author name. I always forget. I think her name is Jessie. I can remember. I should have done a research, or not research. I should write it down before the podcast. But Glucose Godness. And follow these hacks. These are her hacks. And I'm telling you, they will change your life. And if you got some value from this, please send me a message. Let me know what did you learn, your biggest takeaway. Oh yeah, her name is Jessie. I wrote it down here for myself. I just saw it. So Jessie but she's French, I believe, and I can't pronounce her last name. But the book calls Glucose Godness. She also has an Instagram page. She has over 5 million followers. So give her a follow because she is amazing. I'm learning also so much from her. And actually the book calls Glucose Revolution. Glucose Godness is her Instagram, and it's amazing. I'm not a nerd, but I've learned so much and I loved it. So anyway, this is it. I'm just talking here, getting excited because this topic really, really interests me, and I hope that you learn something new and you understand that you don't need to be a diabetic to have to or wanting to implement these things, because they will absolutely change your life. So that's it. That's all. I hope you got some value, and I'm gonna talk to you soon. Bye.